This is one of the bravest bets that any company in the world of global banking has ever made on the future of payments. This Japanese financial giant manages more than $20 billion in assets and has put money into more than just Ripple and XRP. They have completely changed how they do business to focus on XRP technology. Today, we're going to talk about how SBI Holdings is using XRP to build the future of finance in Asia, and how their success could spread to the rest of the banking business. When it comes to cryptocurrency, SBI Holdings isn't just another bank. They're one of the biggest financial groups in Japan, and they have businesses in biotechnology, banking, insurance, stocks, and asset management. The whole financial world pays attention when a company of this size and name makes big strategic choices. And the choices they've made about XRP have been nothing short of revolutionary. First, let's look at how long SBI has been working with Ripple and XRP. This has been going on for a while. This is a well-thought-out plan for several years that has been gathering steam since 2016. As one of the first major investors in Ripple, SBI took part in funding rounds when most traditional banks were still unsure about blockchain technology. But they are involved in a lot more ways than just investing. SBI has carefully added XRP technology to many of its business areas. Ripple's technology is used by SBI Remit, a cross-border payment service that they launched to send money from Japan to other Asian countries. SBI Virtual Currencies is a cryptocurrency exchange that they made. It was one of the first big Japanese exchanges to sell XRP. Together with Ripple, they set up SBI Ripple Asia, a business that's sole purpose is to create blockchain payment options for the Asian market. But SBI's plan for what they call the Internet of Value is what really makes a difference. It's not just one thing they're doing with XRP. XRP technology is being used to connect a whole ecosystem of banking services. Imagine being able to send money from Japan to Thailand as easily as you can send an email. You could also make cross-border business payments that settle right away instead of taking days with traditional correspondent banking. When you look at their relationships and implementations, you can see how committed SBI is on a large scale. SBI Remit has set up payment routes to several countries, such as the Philippines, Vietnam, and Thailand, that use XRP. These aren't little test runs. These are full-fledged business services that handle real money for real clients. As customers learn more about how fast and cheap XRP-based transfers can be, the number and frequency of these transfers have been growing at an exponential rate. SBI has an impact on many things besides their own business. As one of Japan's most reputable banks, their support for XRP technology has prompted other Japanese banks to look into blockchain options. There are now dozens of banks across Japan that are part of the Japanese banking consortium that SBI runs. These banks are all looking into how to add XRP technology to their payment systems. So SBI's XRP plan is based on some pretty impressive numbers. SBI Holdings has put hundreds of millions of dollars into businesses that use Ripple and XRP. They have a lot of XRP on their bank sheet, which makes them one of the biggest institutional holders of the cryptocurrency. Every month, several million dollars are sent and received through their payment lines. And that number keeps going up as more people learn about how useful XRP-based payments are. The thing that really sets SBI's method apart is that they pay a lot of attention to following the rules. Japan actually has some of the most advanced and clear rules about cryptocurrencies in the world. SBI has worked closely with Japanese regulators to make sure that their use of XRP is allowed. Their ability to move faster and more aggressively than banks in countries where cryptocurrency rules are still unclear or even hostile is due to the fact that the laws are clear. Music. By using XRP successfully, SBI has pretty much set a standard that other banks can follow. In doing so, they've shown that XRP can be used in regular banks without messing up systems or creating problems for regulators. When customers see how fast and cheap XRP-based trades can be, they usually choose them over other options. Also, and this is very important, they have shown that XRP technology can handle large numbers of transactions at a business level. Asia is already seeing the effects of SBI's success spread out. Other Japanese banks are looking into how to use XRP, And banks in other Asian countries are looking at SBI's model and thinking about how to use it in similar ways. The Asian Development Bank has said that blockchain technology could help more people in the region get access to banking services, especially when it comes to sending money between Asian countries. But SBI's goals go beyond just payments. They think that XRP technology will be the basis for a new wave of financial services, such as trade finance, supply chain financing, and managing digital assets. They are putting money into new businesses and products that use XRP as a foundation. They are also making new services and goods that would not be possible without blockchain technology. The effects of SBI's XRP approach on competition are, to be honest, pretty big. When it comes to speed, cost, and customer satisfaction, banks that still use standard correspondent banking for cross-border payments are at a disadvantage. Because SBI's XRP-based services are becoming more popular, other banks will have to adopt similar technologies or lose users. In the future, SBI's impact on the use of XRP could be truly transformative. Japan is a big economy that has close links to other Asian economies. If SBI's XRP plan keeps working and grows, Asia could become the most popular place for using XRP and blockchain-based financial services. This would make network effects that bring more customers, companies, and banks to solutions based on XRP. The financial world is paying close attention to SBI's XRP trial. If a conservative, highly regulated traditional bank like SBI can successfully integrate XRP technology and get big business benefits, it takes away a lot of the worries and complaints that other banks have about using blockchain. In a way, SBI is showing the rest of the business what works. SBI Holdings not only put money into XRP, they also put their whole future on it. They've made XRP technology a part of their main business, found new ways to make money with it, and become the leaders in blockchain-based financial services. Their success shows that XRP isn't just an investment for fun. This is a game-changing technology that can make banking services better. Music. If other banking institutions do what SBI did, it could change the whole world's financial system. Do not forget that I'm not a qualified financial advisor.